I'm gonna give you the 4-part belief system by the end of this video that's gonna change your life forever. People aren't gonna believe in you. They're not gonna believe in your dreams. They might call the industry that you're in stupid. They might complain. There might be so many things going on. You might have creditors calling you. You might have problems back at home. It's ultimately gonna be the attitude that you have, the belief that you carry. Being able to block these things out and believe in yourself, it's gonna get you to the next level. If you can't be tough right now and you can't fight for everything that you have, I want you to write this down. You're gonna have to fight back. A lot of people on the other end of this camera, you've been giving up too soon. You don't have to be special to develop this belief. And the reason why belief is so important, guys, is because we're salespeople. We're leaders. We have to lead people to make decisions. But ultimately, if we can't lead ourselves, if we can't develop this belief where we can push people, we can move people with our words, our language, our body language, because we believe in everything that we need to, there's no way that you can be a top producer or a top 1%er. But here's the truth also. I want you to write this word down, test days. You got to believe in yourself on the worst days of your life. There might be a death in your family. There might be some bad things going on. Do you have a good attitude on those days? Do you still show up and get it done? Understand, somebody somewhere has been more successful than you with more problems than you, and they still had a good attitude and they still had good belief. So I want to challenge you. What's your belief look like? What's your attitude look like? And let's talk about the 4 parts of the belief system that will ultimately change your life forever. Hey, it's the Macklin Twins. Thanks for watching the video. If you want the free personal development guide that's going to change your life for free, go ahead and text our phone number 480-780-2203 and it'll change your life forever. Let's get back to the video. Text us right now. Let's go. Okay, number 1, guys, you got to believe in your product. Product is the most important thing. Really, if you don't believe in your product, how are you going to be able to really have that internal belief that you can move somebody to make a good decision, that it's going to create profit for them, it's going to solve a problem? Are you the trusted advisor that can guide them through it? I'm not saying that you have to be a product knowledge expert and know every single thing, on the market, but you do got to know about your product enough that you believe in it. I would also see salespeople that would work at a dealership and not drive the kind of car that they were representing. To me, that's nuts. That means you just don't believe in your product. I sold Nissans forever. I drove Nissans forever. I believed in the product. I believed in what it stood for. I believed in what I was selling. Like, you can't go out there and transfer that belief if you're not even experiencing your product. You sell fitness, but you're not on that fitness program. Wouldn't that be weird if you're selling from personal experience because that thing changed your life, like the Elliott Group changed our life and our coaches? If you see their internal enthusiasm that all of them have when they're talking on the phone, or if you're in the Lions Den for a few minutes, you can't fake that authenticity because we believe in our product. Number 2, you got to believe in your company. You got to bleed your company. If I cut my arm open, it just flows out freaking Elliott Group. That's the truth. Okay, we rep our brand wherever we go. We just believe in it, man. Like, you got to believe in your coworkers. I love all my coworkers. I'm always trying to find different ways to carry our relationship further. I'm always trying to be there for people on like the worst days of their life or when they're going through something. It's like such a small tip, but if you can't develop those relationships in your company where you actually like to come into work, then you're never gonna win. Now, on the other side of it, you might say, Evan, but the people around me are negative. These people are this. Listen, shut up. Are you a 99%er or a 1%er? Are you a salesperson that builds relationships or a complainer that tears them down? People want to be around people that are positive with a good attitude, that no matter what, they're unshakable. So if I was gonna develop more belief in the people around me at my work, I would figure out some of the things that are most important to them. There's something called the 6 human needs. I'd figure out what's important to that person. What makes them feel good? Is it significance? Is it recognition? What is it, man? And I'd start figuring out a way to play a game inside of my store, inside of my business, where I become one of the trusted people that people can come to when things are going on. On the other side of that now, I go sell my product. All of these people that are in charge of the phones, delivery, the installs, whatever it is, now I believe in those people because I know them. I know them outside of work. We go to church together. Our kids hang out together. I'm figuring out a way to drive those relationships deeper. All right, number 3 is belief. You have to believe in yourself more than anybody on the planet. Here's the news. Most people are going to tell you sales is stupid. Sales is hard. They're going to tell you everything they can to get you to conform to the other 99%. You're going to have to protect your belief, your energy, your belief above all else. Now, what I see with most salespeople is they have cold eyes. They don't believe in themselves. They're thinking about their problems more often than they're thinking about the solutions. But you have to believe in yourself more than you ever have. Sales is just self-development in disguise. That's why you're on the other end of this camera, is because because you're learning right now, you're building that belief. You're watching the videos, you're taking notes. Your belief is currently building. Good job. Most people aren't doing this right now. That's why you're gonna get the results that most people won't. And then once you start to get the results, you're gonna start to find evidence that you're a new person. But most salespeople, all they care about is the commission. They got this commission breath, man. You can see them coming from a mile away and all they care about is the commission. They're not focusing on all the little weaknesses they have. Write down right now a couple of the weaknesses. Maybe it's like lazy. Maybe it's like you procrastinate. Maybe it's you've been saying you're gonna go to the gym and you haven't. Maybe it's like, I don't like the way I speak, or I say too many ums or ahs or whatever it is. Figure it out. Write it down. Let's work on one thing every single month that we can cross off that are our weaknesses, and then ultimately we're gonna earn a new respect, a new self-esteem for ourselves. It's so awesome. You're gonna be walking around and people are gonna be like, what is wrong with that person? Because you believe. Okay, number 4, and this is the glue that holds all of this together. Product, service, self. You gotta believe that the customer is better off having purchased from you. You have to believe that nobody else on the planet can deliver it like you deliver it. I remember being in the car dealership or being on the phone in the coaching company and somebody talking about, hey, they wanted to shop around and find a better deal or something like that. My belief in me, because I had the 4 parts down, I could override their complaints. Or maybe it was just maybe it was a complaint, or maybe it was a real objection. You have to do things different. If you want to be different and you want to get treated differently than your competition, you have to believe that you're different. I know when other people would go to other dealerships, I believed if they walked into another dealership, I know this sounds a little crazy, but I believed that like their life was on the line because somebody could mess up their credit, give them a bad deal, trap them into financing that might last way too long, where I could get them a better deal at a more fair price and I could keep up with them for the next several years, and that customer would lead to 4 to 6 customers in our referral system that we teach in our ESU community. Jump in the description and check that out. But I believed it. I believed it so much that I sold with this like passion and enthusiasm. We've had people in the Elliott group that have literally called us a couple months after a call. We had a guy show up to our business during one of our seminars and tell us that we saved his life. He literally was thinking about killing himself. He got in the best shape of his life. He got his skill together. He built a brand that's known around the country now. If we wouldn't have closed him on the phone, if I didn't believe that my close was gonna solve his problem, and I didn't believe that I was a person that could ultimately guide him to where he needed to be, then I just would be another salesperson. I believe in this stuff so much that I deliver at a level that people have never seen before. If you're gonna go to the next level, you have to have that glue that binds all 4 of them together, and that is the secret.